Turn me up, I like my money like I like my niggas. Green face card, never decline or what I mean. Act up and you gon' make me make a scene. Only time you hear my voice is when they play me on the screen. Got bad habits, I'm not the one you wanna keep. She a trap star, put that lady on a tree. Got her ass so shook, she shaking like an apple tree. Yeah, this life ain't meant for you, but baby girl, it's meant for me. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. What it do? This my boo, she from the south. We running man just like these bitches run they mouth. I got the juice, but they still claim it, it's a drought. If I say I'm coming through, I'm about to flip the house. That boy crazy, say he tryna have my baby. Hold on, Slim Shady, just like Mariah, drive him crazy. Got him stressed, make him feel it in his chest. Ask him how it feel, just like a bullet with no vest. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. Turn me up, I like my money like I like my niggas. Green face card, never decline or what I mean. Act up and you gon' make me make a scene. Only time you hear my voice is when they play me on the screen. Got bad habits, I'm not the one you wanna keep. She a trap star, put that lady on a tree. Got her ass so shook, she shaking like an apple tree. Yeah, this life ain't meant for you, but baby girl, it's meant for me. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. What it do? This my boo, she from the south. We running man just like these bitches run they mouth. I got the juice, but they still claim it, it's a drought. If I say I'm coming through, I'm about to flip the house. That boy crazy, say he tryna have my baby. Hold on, Slim Shady, just like Mariah, drive him crazy. Got him stressed, make him feel it in his chest. Ask him how it feel, just like a bullet with no vest. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me.
Yes, and I am using the speaker. And before I go live right now, after I'm finished with this video, I want y'all to know, from now on, if you're commenting something weird, rude, disgusting, or you're just being mean and trying to call me ugly and chopped and stuff, coming at me, coming for me in my live or something, or in the comments on one of my videos, you know what I'm doing? I'm just going to block you because I'm tired of it and y'all are getting on my nerves. It's because I'm not the 1, the 2, the 3, or the 4. Not even the 5. It's not the time or the place. I get paid to do this stuff. You do not. Let's not do this. Because I hate to block people's accounts. It gets on my nerves. And I bet you it's going to get on your nerves. So keep your comments. If they're rude, keep them to yourself.
What up, vibers? What is going on? We are back in the building with our girl Shalita. Okay, so yes, we are here with an anticipated stream. Okay, and Shalita is backstage. I just want to take a few minutes. Thank you so very much, Akira. Thank you so much. Let me see. I think she's having some tech difficulties. All right, let me get this one out and that one back in. So, what's going on, y'all? Are we ready to get into this mess? Are we ready to get into this mess? Okay, so here's what it is. I think most of you guys know the situation that happened with the funeral situation. Apparently, Claressa probably had more than just Shalita ousted from the situation. I feel like there's been some other victims based on the video evidence that I saw. As many of you guys know, I just saw Dr. Pat. Hey, girl, Lala, how are you? Welcome anyway to all of the Vibers, especially to the new Vibers who just joined members. Okay, what's up? You already know we in a relationship. We about to start doing more lives. Okay, my health is coming along a little bit better, so we gonna do it up like we used to do old school. Ask the Vibers. Okay, so a lot of stuff is going on. A lot of stuff with the burial. A lot of stuff. With Claressa, we already see that she is the crash out queen. And y'all, I just want y'all to understand this is a very serious topic. There is no intention of exploitation of anybody's vulnerabilities. This is literally, I think that this might actually, when you're dealing with somebody with as much reach as Claressa, there's limited ways of having them being held accountable. And a lot of times with celebrities, the only way that you can hold them accountable is by putting it out on Front Street, right? So Shalita and I may be showing you guys some video footage, but we're going to have a conversation about it first. And I'm going to bring Shalita up. And do me a favor, mods, if you guys can add Shalita's. Where are you, Shalita? Hold on a second. How come I can't see you? Okay, hold on. Let me fix this real quick. Let me see. Is it this way? Do we need to do this? For some reason, I can't see her, and I moved her in. Hold on. Let me see. Can you hear me, Shalita? Shalita, you can hear me? Shalita. Oh, okay. She's having issues. So that's why something is going on with her connection. Shalita, if you can hear me, take it off Wi-Fi. All right. So she's definitely had some tech issues going on. Tell me that part, girl alive. Thank you so very much for the gem, the gift. I definitely appreciate it. And then we have our girl, Queen Wiggler, thank you so very much. We also have some gifts from Black Butterfly. Hey, girl, la, purple, and that's it. Us seniors need love too. Hey, girl, la, I ain't seen you in a while, Muffin. Lady Bell became a member because what? She in a relationship with the Vibers. Akira, the Rainbow Gem Oya. Hey, girl, la, touch not my anointed. Thank you so very much for that. I appreciate it. You know, old chick be needing to hear that sometime. So thank you very much. Oh, and thank you guys to those of you that were helping me celebrate my anniversary yesterday. Yesterday, my husband and I celebrated 11 years of marital bliss. Okay, so shout out to us. Happy anniversary to you, babe, if you're listening, but I think he's sleeping. And we got Shalita back. Let's get into it. All right, so how come? Okay, Shalita, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you see me?
All right. I can't see you, but let me fix that. It's a StreamYard issue.
I'm trying to do because
you're here, but I just have to make it to where it brings you forward in the stream. I'm not sure why it's doing that.
I'm over here trying to still grant access to some stuff.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah, I had to get this granted.
There you go. So I think that's it. There you go. What's up, girl?
Hey, how you doing? How everybody doing today?
All right. Welcome back. So listen, and thank you, Kenya. Thank you so very much for the membership milestone. She says, hey, twin, happy anniversary. Hey, Shalita. Hey. So, Shalita, oh, Lord. Shalita, take that thing off Wi-Fi. Now, you know your Wi-Fi is disrespectful. She'll be back. She will be back. Okay, and she's back. Now, let me add her back to the stage.
My bad.
Girl,
now
you might need to take it off Wi-Fi.
No, I fixed it. I finally fixed it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Let's go doohickey.
Okay, cool. So, mods, do me a favor. Let's get Shalita to 5,000 subs. Okay, put Shalita's link in the chat. If y'all have not subscribed, Let's help a sister out. Okay. Everybody is growing and blowing up, doing content based off of this story. And she wants to do blogging outside and independent of what's going on. And I actually think that she got a little talent. Okay. Shout out to Mr. Skinny. He said he loves Nyla and the Vibers, and we love you back. All right. Shout out to my girl, Honey Do Brown, my Chi-Town sister. Okay. She says yes, it is. It's our anniversary. Yes, it is. LeBron's unicorn been around forever. Okay. Ray Mel, thank you so very much. And Empress Kaya, my road dog. Thank you. All right. Let's get into this mess. Okay, so why are we here? What's going on? Okay. Hold on. Let me just say something. So Shalita, yeah, she is an old lady talking about doohickey. Who says doohickey besides old bitches like me? But anyway, anyway, Shalita was really upset the other day. And she sent me a video that was like kind of upsetting to me. And shout out to those of you that are watching on Rumble and watching on Facebook. I love you and I see you over there. CW is over there on Rumble. Hey girl. So Shalita was upset and she sent me a video that was really disturbing. It was, hey Sanji, it was a video of her having what might come off as a confrontation, but more, it was emotional because you lost your granny. And what happened when I saw the video myself, baby, I had questions. Because one thing that we know about Claressa is that she is always claiming rich status. She is always talking about how successful she is. And when I think about how, the transition into all of this stuff that she's been doing, like I remember her talking about when Pap was remember when she had him picking his birthday stuff, Shalita?
Yes.
And she was like, one of the things was $10,000 and stuff like that. And then we think about how the situation with the grandmother's house is happening and going on, and all of these things with her taxes. And we heard about the purse being pawned, baby. We've heard about so many things. She's got, she belongs to Lean City Records, all kind of stuff. But seeing her mom in the condition that I saw her mom was it was off-putting. So you want to talk about it first, or do you want to share the video first?
So first, I want to talk about
the video prepared. Go ahead.
So first off, like I went to go see my big cousin because like I felt some type of way because everybody, including Big Chris, was making it seem like there was no repass, there was no obituaries. You know what I'm saying? Like Granny wasn't getting buried until Wednesday. So like I needed answers and nobody answering their phone. So I pulled up on Shell because I'm like, Shell gonna tell me the real.
Like, and tell her, because I don't know if everybody knows her name. So that's Claressa's mom.
Shell is Claressa's mother's. Mm-hmm. So I pull up on Claressa's mom and I just ask her, I'm like, so did you even make it to the funeral? She like, yeah, I made it to the funeral. I got there about 1:30, 1:45. Claressa's people was supposed to came and picked me up, but they didn't come get me. So you mean to tell me the majority of my grandmother's grandchildren did not make it to her funeral? How is this even a thing? And why was everybody allowing Claressa to run it? And she is the great grandchild. Like everybody was catering to her needs. And it was just like, how is this even a real thing right now?
Yeah.
I'm talking to her mom and her mom, I'm like, so you couldn't call her? She like, I barely talk to Claressa myself. She don't answer my calls. In my head, I'm like, Claressa, your mama is like disabled and with mental illness. So why would you not be calling and checking up on her at least 2 to 3 times a day? But yet, where a married man is consistently. Got it. But I'm not here to argue with it because I don't have, you know what I'm saying? I'm just pointing out the facts. This is like, this is what I mean when I be telling people that Claressa literally be like financially abusing people or like trying to use her wealth, as she call it, or her riches to like use people to move around as pawns or whatever for her. Like, you don't properly take care of your mother unless she's doing something for you. I'm not getting it. Because
Yeah.
your mom didn't make it their own time. You made it their own time. You didn't let Brianna bring her children because your intentions was to start an altercation at my granny's funeral with bringing Brianna to fight me. Like,
Yeah, can
it's
you
just
explain that? Because I don't think that a lot of people know that part. Like, what happened with that? So the intention was for there to be a physical fight.
correct.
Okay.
Correct. And then so originally Brianna was supposed to bring her and her children with her to Granny's funeral, right? Claressa said she wasn't going to pay for it. Well, allegedly, Claressa told Brianna she wasn't paying for her children to come. And Brianna said, this was what Brianna said. You didn't want to pay for my children to come because you wanted me to fight Shalita at Great Granny funeral. See what I'm saying?
And that's
But
coming from Clarissa's sister.
her little sister at that, her baby sister.
Yeah.
So you wanted your baby sister to catch your fade, but you got $400,000 to pay strangers for Zeus Network TV, but you hire security for me. I mean, sign me up at this point. Can I get a free payday? Because it's instead of me. So I ain't the brightest crayon, but it seems like you're scared. And I
Yeah,
don't.
it's definitely giving scared.
I've never given no type of energy that wasn't given to me.
Absolutely.
If that makes sense.
It does. It makes tons of sense. Tons of sense. And
Talking about how she'll beat everybody up and she'll do this and she'll do that, but it's not giving. You're not organic, babe.
right. Right. Exactly. So what I'm going to do is and this is do you want me to show the video?
You sure can. Because at this
Okay.
point, it's just sad. How are you
It
running
is.
around, going to Aruba? You're running around. You're offering $10,000 to somebody else's husband. You're running around calling a married man your husband. You're running around, got tattoos of a married man. Meanwhile, when you praying to his God, you looking at a tattoo of his wife because they're not divorced. Like, what are we doing here?
Now,
And
what do you
all
mean when she's praying to his God? But hold on. What you talking about, Muffin? What you mean?
when you call it Earl, you on your knees because you throwing up in the toilet. So like
Oh,
when you do the sloppy toppy, you on your knees praying to their God.
okay, Muffin. Okay. So, what we're going to do, Shalita has a very colorful way of expressing herself. Let's go ahead and bring the video up. Talking about Nyla know what you mean. What you talking about? I'm a virgin. So I don't know why you would think I know what she's talking about. So I'm gonna bring the video up. Trigger warning. Okay. This is not easy to look at, y'all. And trigger warning. Okay. All right, here goes.
Hi. Cause I didn't know if I was at the right spot or not. I didn't know if you moved or not.
That thing got just moved.
But I love you.
Look at this.
Hey, question. Do you have an obituary?
Huh?
Do you have an
I
obituary?
left mine there.
So was everybody in the obituary? Like I wanted to talk to you because I feel.
They did the obituary. Christmas.
So why Janora wasn't in the obituary?
Hey, trying to tell you now, they did the obituary and Christmas did the obituary.
So why I wasn't in the obituary?
Sure, I don't know. Bree wasn't either. Or rest, so I don't know. Connie was in there with What's the name?
And how come you didn't make it to the funeral at 1 o'clock?
I was there at 1:30.
Why? Why didn't Ressa come get you?
Our rivals came. They ain't sure what's the car. I came with Kurt.
Oh, Kurt came and
Yeah, I
got
came
you.
with Kurt.
So why? I'm just confused on why none of the grandchildren got to really properly say goodbye to their grandma.
They
Why was
just
this
make
a
light.
big? Why was this a big debacle for
They
Claressa?
stressing them. They done the shit. The rest of them do it. So like so.
Why did Claressa feel like she was more entitled to her great grandmother over us as her grandchildren?
I don't know, girl. These people crazy. I don't know. Well, Crystal Shante and Kaiden did the obituary.
Are you sure?
And then Claressa only gave $1,200.
Well,
Claressa only gave $1,200.
no, she gave us $4,000 goddamn dollars.
So Brianna said it was $1,200.
It's $4,000. I had the money water. Well, I'm up to Crystal now to pay it.
So why Granny couldn't get buried till Wednesday?
Cause they didn't pay for. They had a team dig up. It was Monday. Got buried Monday.
When I tried to go up there Monday, they told me no, it was
We was up there
Wednesday.
Monday. Me and Chris and man Young was up there. That's the damn primaries. And Rick came with me.
Yeah,
And
they
Jay
told
took
me that
up there.
I wasn't allowed to be there.
You like nobody wasn't there, but us.
Because I tried to figure it out because it was on Bristol Road.
Yeah, love them.
Right.
Yeah, so Chris done did all this shit. So he didn't announce the bear got to their funeral home. He forgot.
Because it ended up being a photo shoot for everybody to see Claressa instead of properly grieve Granny.
I wasn't there. I wasn't up there. I ain't got to no dairy pass. I came my ass home. I the funeral. I came home. I left early and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see you got your floors done.
I got them done over.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why?
My feet not done yet.
Your feet.
Myself not done yet. Yeah, but also, yeah, I got the damn floor and shit. I can't be outside because I know that thing. Put up a mask on right now.
Oh, I didn't know that. When you get your floors done?
Now, I've been 5 years.
No, I know you've been here for 5 years. When did you get your floors redone?
Oh, shit, about 3 years ago.
Don't lie to me.
Got your floors redone 3 years ago.
So, I think it's a fire somewhere.
It's in
It's
Canada
in
and
the air, yeah.
in Minnesota.
But I can't read that shit.
Listen, when you talk to Claressa, this is one thing I want you to tell her, okay? And don't tell her it came from me. Just tell her I don't hate her. I just don't agree with a lot of things that she's doing.
I'm not me either, so.
And the fact that she wanted to use her money to try to stop me from seeing my granny that is her great grandma, I will never forgive her for that. Ever.
I wasn't there, girl.
Ever.
I came late.
I would never, ever, when I say I will never, ever forgive her for that, I can forgive, I'll never forget. I see how envious and devious she really is.
So,
For real.
I don't.
And wholeheartedly,
I really talk to my damn self.
why? That's your daughter.
That's right.
Right.
All right, so that was the end. I think that this is where we were. So couple of things I want to say. Again, this is not to for me, this is all on Claressa, because I think most of us can relate to having a family member that needed some help, but most of us don't have $1 million, $8 million contract, and that have enough wealth to position them to be okay. It was upsetting for me because it's obvious that this woman is vulnerable in multiple ways. When you talk as much shit online as Claressa and you've made that many enemies, it's not safe for your people to be that accessible. You know what I mean? And clearly she needs help. Clearly she needs help. You know what? I'm glad you said that. T says she throws breadcrumbs so that it stays in control. That's what it's looking like. And I almost think that she needs to be shamed into supporting and helping her mom. Like it's just disgusting. You got something you want to add, Shalita?
It's very much is very disgusting, especially since if okay, so I know everybody want to do this whole, well, her mother let her get molested. Okay, her mother also is mentally challenged and also has mental illness. So we don't know if she thought that whoever was saying whatever to her, if she thought that was right or not. And the fact that you have money now, Claressa, and you're not trying to make sure that your mother is put up into a facility where nothing can happen to her, that's the part that's just not respectable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it shows that you never cared about nobody except yourself. That's it. When you were doing your younger interviews and all of that, talking about this was for your family, apparently the family she was talking about is the married man, because nobody in her family, her lineage, nothing's really going on in lineage.
So you were kept out of the burial as well.
Yeah.
And so and who else was kept out?
From what I heard, from when I talked to Shield, the only people that showed up were the people that were marked as pallbearers, and those were the only people that knew the exact time and date. Everybody else was told Wednesday, I guess. So everybody.
Yeah, this is it's kind of hard. So I know I've heard that her dad is kind of living under bad conditions too. And what is now Claressa and her mother have had a rocky road, but from what I understand and what Claressa has said herself, they've like made amends, healed and repaired that situation. You got a lot of feedback going on, Shalita.
Who, me?
Yeah, like you're doing, are you like doing something, washing dishes or something? I don't know. But
I'm trying to make my son a plate of macaroni and cheese. I'm sorry, y'all.
oh no, feed the baby. Feed the baby. But from what I understand, her and her mother, they're not in bad blood. Her mother did say that Claressa was crazy and she hasn't talked to her as well. So is Claressa's distance from the mom because of a fallout, or is that how she's doing her family members? That, like her mom, I know the brother lives with her or something, right?
Yeah, the brother lives with her, but this is the thing. Claressa ain't never been close for real with her mama. You know what I'm saying? She just never been
Right.
close with her mama.
Right.
Sometimes I would just wonder, like, do they even, I don't know. It's just a weird dynamic of a relationship, to be honest with you. And I don't really know how to really put my finger on it or what to say about it. All I know is that for Claressa to be running around and bragging about her being so rich and so financially stable and she's never gonna have to struggle, there is no way somebody should be able to walk up on your mama's house and the only thing you got for protection is a ring door cam. But you hired security for me. You don't even got hired security for your mama to make sure she's okay, let alone a car for her to get around.
Yeah, that was strange to me that security was for her at the funeral, specifically for you, but her mom is clearly in an insecure position. So Shay Shay sent a super chat to ask a question, and she says, Shalita, can you confirm the cost of the funeral? It sounds like her mom said Risa gave $4,000. So was it paid in full? I'm lost.
No, okay. So the total amount that Serenity wanted for the funeral, they wanted $9,500. Chris ended up talking to him, and they ended up working it out to where I think it was like $7,500 or like $8,000. Okay, when I talked to Brianna said that Claressa only gave $1,200. When I talked to Claressa's mother said that she gave $4,000 in a money order. I'm wondering, why was it a money order and not a cashier's check?
Right. Well, that could be that really to me is kind of like a non sequitur because like it could be the policy. It could have been that, because you have to get a cashier's check from a bank. Maybe that wasn't her bank wasn't accessible that she's using. That could be for a lot of reasons.
Chase Bank right down the street from Serenity. And you
Yeah,
want to
like
know
I don't
Chase
know who
Bank?
Shalita,
Because
do we know Shalita? Do we actually know who she's banking with? Like
yes, because every time she go to Gucci, Louis, and Chanel, she posts a receipt, and at the bottom it tells you
it
Chase
tells you
Bank.
her bank is on. I've
Yeah,
never seen that at a store before.
yeah.
Her bank is on the
So,
receipt.
no, it's the numbers to her card. It's like certain numbers, and if you bank with Chase, you know what them numbers are. She banks with Chase.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, the money order thing that some places that's their policy, except especially for a funeral, because you got to think about it. That's something once they do it, they can't like undo it. So I could see a funeral home requesting a cashier's check or a money order or cash for payment. That actually kind of makes sense with that business. So yeah. So
Wasn't catching the correlation on that. It just was insane to me because why wouldn't you just go take your credit card to them? Why didn't you just call them? Why didn't you just put your credit card on file? You went to Aruba. You went and bought a fucking Corvette. Not only did you buy a Corvette, you bought a $90,000 watch that you kept calling a bracelet, which was a special edition Van Cleef.
right. Which that's great. And if you're wealthy, you should be able to do those things. But your mom should not be like living like that either. The black girl experience, let me tell you something, ho. She said, you're trying to be fake cute and get smart with a girl like she don't know what she talking about. You don't know Claressa, she does. We don't know where she banks. Obviously, she know that girl. Bitch, I didn't get smart with her and I could never be fake cute. I'm cute for real, ho. Okay? So mind your motherfucking business and don't you get drug up here and have your ass on the summer dram screen. Like for real. Who the fuck you think you talking to? Like go play with somebody else. Anyway, you can continue, baby.
I don't know why they even be trying. You ain't
I,
wrapped
I
your
don't
toes
I don't
around it.
understand. Like this look, I'm not hood booger friendly. Like I don't play with you bitches. Leave me the fuck alone.
Not hood booger friendly. I'm not about to play with you.
Right. And as a matter of fact, we always, these hoes be needing attention. Okay. So I tell you what, bitch, get block that bitch up out my chat.
Next caller, me. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Your thoughts ain't my thoughts. Bitch, I'm flowing straight from the survival scroll. Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
All right. So now what were you saying, Muffin?
I forgot what was we talking about. I heard that.
I'm just saying, they be needing a grand introduction the fuck up out of here. You know what I mean? A grand extra or whatever. Anyway, who is that guy? That's Reverend X. May he rest in peace. Like, oh, we could do a whole stream about Reverend X, child. Anyway, let's the bottom line is this. Clearly, the mom needs some help. Claressa is in a position to help her mother. Claressa, you need to help your mother. Your mother should not be that woman. Even just looking at her, if anybody has any medical understanding, you could see something is wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how you just let your mama be out there like that. I just don't know. It's disgusting to me, especially with all of the internet flexing that she's doing. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that your people is out there like that. Like she should be embarrassed. She should be embarrassed. Yeah, her mother and her father is out there like that.
More than embarrassed. I'm just gonna be all the way honest. She should
Yeah.
really be more than embarrassed.
You thought I was a Christian? Oh no, baby, I'm not saved. Be careful. Mm-mm.
I don't know why y'all thought that.
Me neither, honey. But
Yeah.
hey, Ran. So yeah, I don't like it's ridiculous. But one thing that I do want to talk about, because clearly, and I'm not sure, but this is an assumption. I can't prove it, but it seems like her mom might have like I know she has the drinking problem or whatever, mental illness and stuff like that. Like um she
Rehab.
might need rehab, something, you know what I'm saying? But like, so Brianna has this issue, right? The father has addictive,
Family has addictive personality, addictiveness. Like we are addicted to something. It
right?
just is what it is. It runs in our bloodline. This is the reason I've been in therapy for a long time, because once I seen it and was able to identify it, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be like these people.
Yeah. And I mean, that's mature and big of you to even know, because a lot of people can never like see themselves with that kind of stuff. But what I'm saying is this: Brianna has a clear addiction to alcohol. She's very open with the love of liquor, right? The
Mhm.
mother obviously has this problem. Like you said, just about every member of your family has some sort of issue. Claressa seems to be on the up and up with that, or in my opinion, just watching her addictive personality may be manifesting in a different way. Like she may even be addicted to the attention, or she might be addicted to the drama, or she might be addicted to like the chaos surrounding her name and everything.
How
Can
about
do you think?
let me ask you this though.
Mhm.
You qualified for the Olympics at 16. You
Right.
go, you win at 17. Nobody still knows who you are.
What you mean
You
when you
go
say
back.
that?
Only the people that watch the Olympics and the people that watch the boxing part of the Olympics knew who she was.
Hmm.
Her winning the Olympics just made her payday with USA Boxing more of a stipend, and it gave her like financial stability with a residual income from the Olympics.
Hmm.
I don't know how much that was, but it was coming in on a regular basis. You were never the popular girl. You were never the it girl. So you go back to the Olympics, you win again. Still, nobody knows who you are. Gabrielle got a Wheaties commercial and a McDonald's commercial. And her accolades was, I mean, she's a great sport. She's a great gymnast. Can never take that from her. But as far as like the accolades being compared, they're just not the same. Claressa was on a whole different level, different page, whole different book, whole different level. Nobody still knew who she was. She turned pro. Nobody still knew who she was for real.
And my husband and I were kind of talking about that a little bit earlier before I went live. And at first I didn't understand what he was saying, but he was like, she's not used to being it. And then we
Right.
expanded the conversation. Now that she's amongst other celebrities, it's really difficult for her to realize she's not the only one. So some of that might also be acting out. But Jen says maybe nobody in her family supported Claressa. Do you want to answer that? Has she been supported by family members?
That is insane. She was supported in the beginning by family left and right.
Mm-hmm.
She started pushing people away, alienating them, telling people they was only wanting her money and a bunch of more other stuff. She started doing that early on,
Mm.
accusing people of
So, because you
stealing,
supported her at one point, didn't you?
saved her, supported her, taught her. Hell, when she got her scholarship at Olivet College, guess who drove her down there and set up her dorm room? Took her and bought all her stuff that she needed for her dorm room. I wonder who did that. Yours truly. People don't even know she went to Olivet College.
Mm-hmm. Novella Dolphin says it appears no one protected her though. I do agree with that to a certain degree. She was the child of addicted parents as well as her other siblings. And I think unfortunately a lot of Black girls grew up with that dynamic, right? But I think that because I do empathize with Claressa. Believe it or not, I do empathize with what what happened to her as a child. And yes, I understand that your childhood develops your character and how you relate to people as you become an adult, but her actions seem outside of even that. She made it. She made it. But we've also seen her being very, very hateful to other people. We've seen her been hateful to, like, let's just put it all out there. A lot of people give Shalita flack for talking about her, right? Here's the thing though. Claressa mentioned her first as a big platform holder, as a celebrity. Claressa mentioned her first. We've seen Claressa kick children out of charity events, remove presents from them, because their mother had a platonic relationship with her ex-boyfriend 5 or 6 years prior. That's why she kicked the kids out. We've seen her attack people's children. We've seen her talk badly about special needs children of bloggers. You know what I'm saying? We've seen her do a lot of stuff that does not necessarily I don't think that that's going to make you act like, she acted. You know what I'm saying?
She doesn't do a lot of things that warrant you to be like, you know what? She is a great role model.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I do recognize that. Okay. So she probably does have like a lot of pressure as well, like being in the public eye, everybody judging, but she's literally, she's bringing this shit on herself for the most part. Sanji, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, CS appears to express learned abusive behavior, and any mild pushback against her is experienced as humiliation, rejection, betrayal, or an attack. Facts. Once activated, CS in her mind justifies all negative behaviors, in my opinion. And that's all I'm trying to say. And Sanji is a behavioral specialist. You know what I'm saying? So I think that of all the speculation of me being a student of psychology and just an older woman or whatever, we can have opinions that we formulate or whatever. But when you have behavioral specialists, you have body language analysts on here, you have actual therapists saying that a lot of her behaviors are in alignment with severe personality disorders. You don't have to be very studied to recognize this. You don't. But I understand, like, to me, a lot of people say Claressa's being bullied, and it's hard for me to say that she's being bullied when a lot of the stuff she brings on herself. I mean, I would say that she attempted to bully that man's wife. I would say that trolling his family, still there's a small child there still. You know what I mean? Go ahead, honey.
They saying that they feel like Claressa's being bullied.
A lot of people say that they feel like she's being bullied, but I also think a lot of people are not paying attention to the full spectrum of what's happening.
So is everybody blowing past the stop sign of narcissism?
Narcissism? Yeah, I think so. Because
how are y'all gonna say this girl is being bullied when she does stuff to people, then plays victim and makes it seem like she didn't do nothing? For instance, let's go with the most recent one that is all over the internet currently.
What's that girl?
She left Brianna in Michigan and then got on the internet and made it seem like Brianna no longer wanted to be a mother to her children in Atlanta. See what I'm saying? Yeah. All because she didn't complete the mission that Claressa had for her, which was to come and find me and fight me.
Yeah.
Because clearly that had to have been because Brianna consistently kept saying, if you just would have let her come to the repass, it all could have happened.
Yes. Yes. That like it that's that level of manipulation is insane. Thank you, Daryl. Thank you. He said congrats on your anniversary. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. But and this too. Thank you very much, Black Iceland, for this. Black Iceland says the girl is 31 freaking years old, bullying my ass. It's like, how can she be a complete and total victim? She can't. She
Not
just
at
can't.
all.
She just like you can't make this child a victim, especially if she's actively seeking out these situations. Letitia Cooper, girl alive, she says she's the bully and doesn't care about no one but herself. She's a narcissistic jackbutt, and I agree with her cousin. Very narcissistic. I mean, why is it that everyone is saying that she's hard to like?
She's very hard to like, and she's hard on the eyes.
Now, Shalita, she not hard on the eyes. She is not. She ain't. Claressa is not bad looking.
That's not the thing. The fact that I know her as a person,
it's her energy.
It just it makes her outside look so ugly. Every time I look at it, all I see is like a evil soul of a grim reaper, some shit off of Harry Potter.
Now, Muffin. Yeah, I mean, it's her energy. It's her energy. Okay. It's literally her energy. And what it is when you see someone that is, because I won't say that she's unattractive. I think that she's an attractive enough woman. But when you hear her, I'm fine, I'm bad as fuck, I'm the baddest, I'm this, that's kind of off-putting. Because like, you're not even as bad as the woman that is damn near 20 years older than you. So, you know what I'm saying? So like, we want to, measure. It's like, it's weird. It's weird. It's literally like Remy says though, in competition with herself, don't even know this bitch, like she's forever competing. It's very off-putting. Very off-putting. So yeah. And I think that what it is too, because Sanji answered this for me, being the behavioral specialist. Okay. I think for some of us, it irritates the shit out of us because we see through her. So it's like we're watching her attempt to play in our faces. And it's like, when you know better, it's like, girl, go sit down somewhere and run that game someplace else. I think that a lot of us do have a lot of low tolerance for her because it's like, it really is, girl, you was in this woman's inbox getting glow up tips while simultaneously messing with her husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're literally mimicking her friends, and everyone around you. I made the video. Did y'all watch the video where I showed her saying that she channels other women in boxing, and she wasn't even talking about their skill. She was talking about how they physically showed up. Like, if you don't think there is something wrong, there's something wrong with that. I'm sorry. Something wrong with that. Something wrong with that. You know what? I wouldn't mind. I think that Sanji, do you have time to come up? Stars Above the Emerald Forest, thank you so very much for the super chat. She says, Mistress Voldemort, not in looks, but in evil ways. Absolutely. It's like you almost damn near don't even want to compliment her.
That right there, I don't know who said that, but baby, send that to me. That is the perfect description.
No, that was Stars Above the Emerald Forest, and she actually needs to go to the wall for that, because why, baby? Why? She always saying something crazy. Like, I cannot trust her to not say stuff that's crazy. It's weird. Okay. And if you guys want to support Remy, this is her Cash App up at the top. Remii Savage, 2 eyes. Okay. Mistress Voldemort. That don't even make no sense. Let me pin this link.
Yeah, because the Mistress Voldemort is what got me. I like that one.
I can't.
When I start using it, just know it came from you, and I greatly appreciate it. But that's gonna be my new diss now.
Mistress Voldemort. I can't. Lovejoy, thank you so much. You bring me Joy. Thank you so much for the memberships. Okay, shout out to the new Vibers. Welcome. Okay, we got Gina. We have Her Majesty. No, not Her Majesty. Black Butterfly. Renaissance Woman. Hey, girl.
Hold on real quick, Nyla, for a second, because this comment, right?
What comment, honey?
They said, and she always talking about her body is so natural. Okay, I just want to say this. I think it's funny that she keeps saying that she ain't never had no BBL, but she's talking about, because I don't need to have surgery. I don't want to have surgery and have scars all over my body. And then turns around and says, I think I should get a butt reduction. Has anybody told Claressa that her butt is really flat for real? And she just got wide ass hips and big thighs?
Baby, I be trying to tell her, but she don't listen to me. It's it's not big, Muffin. It's not big. It's wide and long. Yeah, she does say she needs a butt reduction. Like, it's weird. That's what I'm saying. Like, at some point, I wonder if she's trolling. But I will say this: some of this is her marketing scheme, and the reason why I know that is
it's just not. She's naturally just slow.
No, well, listen. Because there's a clip that she was being interviewed and she got to talking about Jake Paul, right? And so she was trying to figure out how he reached popularity that fast. And what she said was he got all these subscribers. And at that time, she didn't even have 100,000. So she was like, I'm building my subscribers up, so that they can follow me in boxing. Now, we already know that she's absolutely changing the face of women's boxing, not changing the face because she's not the face of women's boxing per se anymore. She's the mockery, for lack of a better word, of women's boxing. And she, she's degrading it. You know what I'm saying? And she said she's basically hoping to convert followers to that. But like, this is what she does not understand. The quality of people that are supporting her outside of boxing, because if you support her boxing career, you should. I mean, she's a beast. She's a beast, right? You cannot deny what she does in the ring. But the people that she's attracting with this Zeus shit, with these online antics, baby, that's Hood Booger Central. Do you really think they are about to start buying tickets to go watch? They're not.
So I got in touch with some people that's connected with Zeus, which I'd really like to know allegedly what this is finna be. Let me put my bimomofocals on.
Let me give me some sparkling water.
I hope y'all ready for this, okay? Because y'all know I be serious about what I say, but the way it come out, y'all be thinking it's funny. So, why is Natalie Nunn and the Baddies having a concert at this boxing tournament? Oh, and not only that, we have downgraded from celebrity death matches to reality TV death matches, with the only real professional fight being Claressa Shields versus a senior citizen.
Now listen. Now what you're not about to do is age shame. I am older than that opponent. So if she is a senior citizen,
you ain't finna let nobody that's 31 years old talk you into doing some crazy stuff when you only got 7 fights. You smarter than a 5th grader. Apparently, people in other countries like getting elderly people abused, because that's elderly abuse. If you ask me, I don't care how you look at it.
Now, Muffin,
listen.
I do feel like it's a bad matchup, though. It is a bad matchup. It's a bad matchup. I mean, the lady, I think they said her amateur career, she had more fights, but her professional career, she's like, what is it, like 7 fights? And then Claressa is gaslighting by attempting to act like it's not what it is. Like, she is a formidable fight. She's not. She's not, though. She's not a formidable opponent. I'm sorry.
But Shadeja Green not? Or Shadeja Green wasn't? I'm just saying.
Yeah. How old is that
Oh,
lady? Is she like 44, 45 or something like that?
42.
42. Okay. Novella says she's a senior citizen. Look, if you're a senior at 46, that means I'm literally an ancient relic. Like, and I really need to go somewhere and just
No, stop. No, honey, don't do that. No. So you know how, in every universe there is that one person that is like the most wisest one, no matter what their age is. That's you, okay? We don't you one of them ageless people, okay? So you don't stop trying to throw your age around. Listen, the shoe don't fit, so stop trying to put it on, Cinderella.
right. Right.
Cause what?
Mm-mm-mm.
No. But yeah, so we're gonna have reality death matches because I'm still trying to figure out, didn't we just watch Ray J get his motherfucking face punched in like he was something off a Martin getting peeled off the wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we just watched Orlando Brown go do an interview talking about how if he get into a fight with a dude, he just gonna pull down his pants and just go in his rectum, right? I'm just saying these are stuff that they didn't already said on the internet. So
And
you
that's what
won't.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, look at the place that Layla left women's boxing. And this is literally what Layla was talking about. Go ahead.
And listen where Claressa, like, so Layla never passed the baton. She just set that motherfucker down, okay? Claressa picked it up and turned it into something worse than the Globetrotters in basketball. At least the Globetrotters was good. At least I got some form of entertainment out of the Globetrotters. This is like a freak show from like back in the 20s and 30s. You remember the lady that had 6 nipples? Or the black woman whose butt was so big that she was an excursion for the circus?
Yes, ma'am. So we have the behavioral specials up here to finish what you're saying. I was just letting you know that we have, you might want to ask her some questions as well.
And to answer everybody's question about where did Claressa get the name quote from and why did she change it to God will overcome all or something like that? First and foremost, the word quote, she created that in my living room on Shawnee Avenue in Flint, Michigan. When she came back from the first Olympics and she won at 17, I said, good shit, Claressa, you the GOAT for real. She said, I ain't no damn GOAT. I said, that mean the greatest of all time. She said, that's not me. I ain't no damn GOAT. That's Muhammad Ali. And then she thought about it for a minute and she was like, I'm the GOAT. So if y'all pay attention to everything that went on prior to that, she was calling herself T-Rex. Okay. Then it went from T-Rex to T-Rex, the GOAT, or the GOAT T-Rex. And then they just completely dropped off the T-Rex and it was the GOAT. And then they was just calling her the GOAT. And then people was like, well, who said she was the greatest woman of all time? Then they started saying self-proclaimed GOAT, which is what it is. But
yeah, she definitely gave herself that moniker. Hey, Sanji.
Hi everybody. How are you?
I'm so soft.
Good. How are you? If you can, you're a little low.
Okay, hang on a second. This isn't not supposed to be on the phone, but that's okay.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so y'all, let's welcome Sanji up. Sanji is an actual behavioral specialist, and she's been following this stuff as well through a behavioral specialist lens a lot of time. So thus far, like, what you got on all of this?
Oh my goodness. Well, first I want to be respectful, and I would like to say to Shalita personally, I am so sorry for your loss. I am so sorry that grief for you has turned into an additional trauma. And I am excited to see that you reached out professionally to allow someone to help you with that, because it is something that is triggering and will stay with you for the rest of your life, as well as your children. So that was absolutely the right thing to do.
Yeah,
okay?
I knew it.
So I just wanted to say that.
Thank you so much. You have no idea how much I really needed to hear that.
Yes, you were absolutely right. I understand that. I understand that grief brings about some really poor behavior, specifically regarding, no offense, any family but your family, took it to a different level, shall we say. We had a lot of power play dynamics going on here, not uncommon to most people's families. I always tell people the thing that brings out the worst behavior, unfortunately, in a lot of people are births and deaths. People don't have coping skills to deal with a lot of that. Now, let's talk about our person of the hour. She seems to have difficulty with handling any extreme emotion, whether that's admiration, because people will give her that, and then she doesn't really know how to process it because her own internal picture of herself conflicts with it, but also anything that she deems as contradictory or negative or pushback. So,
So
particularly,
can
I'm
I ask
sorry.
you a question? And I don't mean to
Yes.
cut you off, but you just said something that made me really have to ask a question because for the life of me, I've been trying to figure out a lot of things too. So when Claressa was in elementary school, she got so upset that she tried to burn the school down. She set a trash can on fire at the school, right?
Okay.
Boom. Nobody ever found out about it. But then what I realized is that every single time she would get mad, she would ball her fist up and be like, "Woo, woo, woo." And that's what started making me teach her how to box. That and the fact that it was some girls that was running her home from school.
Uh, well, okay. I'm
So I
not
feel like she never
diagnosing
really
her.
properly got the therapy she needed to be able to know how to place her
Yeah.
anger and or emotions. All she did was turn
Rage.
to fighting and boxing, and it didn't fix it. It just turned into can't nobody beat my ass. Say something to me, I'll beat you up. What you gonna do? Like it came real arrogant and real like what you want to do, like, and you're a professional boxer, so it's very off-putting. It's not
Yes.
really flattering. So
Right.
I just want to know, like, where did I drop the ball at as far as in the younger years and not actually get, because I thought giving her boxing to misplace the anger was helping, and now I feel like I was part of the problem.
Well, let's take you out of that whole guilt narrative because no one can know what they know until they know it, right? And the reality of the situation is she, at a very early age, experienced emotional dysfunction as well as an abandonment of those that were supposed to take care of her. So there's a safety issue for her. So what boxing did was give her a false sense of security. But we realize that it's false because whenever there's pushback or things don't go her way, she panics. And whether that is going online and making up a completely different, outlandish thing to, as her sister alluded to, her coming to her sister and having a complete breakdown. So she's not void of those emotions, crying in the appropriate way, but she doesn't know where to apply it at the correct times. So, what you're seeing here for her, in particular, how she treated her sister, when her sister was simply telling her what most people would feel was the correct thing to do, which was allow you access to grieve to your with your family member, regardless of how she feels, what your relationship was or wasn't. And she had a protective agent to keep you away from her if that was her concern. Okay.
That
But to take it and make it a spectacle and then let it rise to the level where she abandons her sister and creates this completely different timeline of what occurred is what lets us know that there's something else going on with her. And it
correct.
started probably, in my estimation, based upon everything that I hear again. Miss Shields, I am not diagnosing you. I am simply reading what has been put out there and the behaviors that she puts out there herself. She was not given and access to learn how to channel the emotions properly, or a proper way to express herself. You can see when she becomes agitated, her speech develops an impediment
Excuse
immediately.
me 1 second, ladies. I need to walk away just for a second. Just want to let you guys know. Okay.
Okay, all
All
righty.
right. Thank you.
Um,
I can always know when she's lying and when she's
she
doing
has
extra.
tells.
You
Yes.
wanna know why? Because she has a stuttering problem. Like me, when I get mad and I start stuttering, I'll just stop talking, and after that, I'm ready to fight because you done made me mad enough to start stuttering at this point. So what we doing? That's where I go with it.
Yes, it's a nervous system that's tied directly to each one of us. We all have it. Some people begin to cry. They become so emotional that they start to cry. And it's not that they want to cry. It's not that they are afraid of you in that way. It's just that they are so full in their emotional tally that it has to come out. Other people stutter. Other people develop what I say, this temporary Tourette syndrome, where they begin to cuss and start to just land blast you because their nervous system is saying attack, attack, attack. Now, for your cousin, she seems to have internal stimuli going on with her all the time. And that dialogue that she has with herself supersedes anything anybody else has to say to her. Now,
Right.
granted, many athletes at that level have to have an internal dialogue. It's what keeps them the best. So they have to tell themselves, you're the best, you're number one, nobody can beat you, all those other things. But
It's
other
like
people,
you gotta keep reassuring yourself because
yes,
I don't know why. Because if you know it, then you don't got to. You just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I
where
don't know.
she
Because
falls,
if I was a celebrity, like people wouldn't even think that I was a celebrity because I'd be like, nah, y'all don't gotta. You ain't even gotta do all that. Like, you could call me. Like, I'll meet you for lunch. Like, what are you doing? Like, no, I'm a human just like you. I just got a little bit more money.
but for her, I think what happened was she was catapulted into this position. Um, let's say willingly, unwillingly, depending on
Or
who
did
you
she
ask. When
Or did
the
she hop on a married man's wee wee like a
exactly,
pogo stick? What
well,
was it?
okay,
Was
I'm
she
not gonna say that.
catapulted or did she catapult on a wee wee that was already connected to a vagina?
Well, either way,
Mm,
here
all
she
right.
is,
You
right?
say tomato, I say tomato.
She gets to the spotlight. And if you look at her pre her relationship, predating her
Oh,
relationship,
okay. Okay.
there
I'm
was
with
an ability for her to separate the self talk of who she was with what was happening in her real life. Okay.
Hold on,
She
time out real
seemed
quick.
to be
I have a
able,
question for you. I have a question. It ain't even a question. It's just a statement to add on to what you just said. Because the very first thing she could have did to disconnect herself was literally tell him, I'm gonna fall back. And if she wanted to deal with somebody that was connected to multiple women, she could have just kept talking to Maserati Bug, because at least she would have knew every woman that was in the stable and or lineup. Carry on. I'm okay. Go ahead. I'm all right. I'm sorry.
okay. So, okay, now I'm going to pivot because I'm trying to stay in the car with you. I agree that that may have been a more likely thing for her to take because at least he was doting on her in her presence.
And then at
She,
least she would have been able to grab a hold to the people that are poly. You get what I'm saying? Because right now it's a lot of people practicing poly. They might not speak about it, but she would have got
mm,
more of a following from that. Because you got to remember, one household ain't one or two people. Now you got one household, some of them three, four, five people. You think they ain't all doing and following the same things, and so
right.
you connect with yourself like
Well,
this,
the
and all the
narrative,
people that are religious now, they're like, whoa, what is
right.
this?
There's so many different things at play here, and this is what you see when you have a young child that, in essence, raised herself in those formative years. She didn't learn how to deal with extremes, and when she had extreme emotion, she was taught to suppress or keep them secret. Right.
Okay.
So the one thing that she feels overrides anything is loyalty, and that you must. I'm sorry, my dog is freaking out. That's my next patient. So sorry. We're gonna wrap this up.
Okay.
What happens here is that she doesn't know how to distinguish or release certain things for herself, right? She looks at a situation as everything is an attack, because as a young child, everything was an attack. Even being hungry was an attack for her. It was how to get yourself fed, how to get your sisters fed, your brother. So all those things. And now we got all these other allegations, and the things of the dysfunction in her home was at an all-time high. So let's take where she is today. For her, she has the still same internal dialogue going on as far as I'm the greatest, I'm the best. She doesn't know how to transition into falling back, even though she has a lifestyle of a number 2 fallback position. Even the position she is now, even in her heavyweight status, because of the decisions she's made professionally and the contracts that she's signed, her position now makes her subpar to what's going on with MVP and that whole organization. She plays number 2, number 3, number whatever in the relationships he's with, if for no other reason that he is still legally divorced. Now, she likes to say that he filed. I always want to step out of my profession and into the behavioral, just stop being a behavioralist and just be a woman and say, okay, well, that's fine. If this is your belief system and you believe that when a couple is having difficulties, they are fair game, if he says to that woman that they are not together, they are separated, then she should be okay with what's happening in their inbox, okay? Because they are coming to him the same way that she did. And if there is no sanctity, and if we're not respecting relationships in marriage, then she should not have a problem with someone else pushing up on her man. And that's where the conflict happens with her, because that is really not how she believes. That's a life that she's forced to live, because any other way, she doesn't have the wherewithal to say, you know what, I'm going to be with you, but I'm going to be a grown woman about what I do in my bedroom, because it's really nobody else's business. And we're going to take my relationship offline. And I thought that she was heading in that direction. For 2 days, she kept saying, stop asking me about him, X, Y, and Z. But then she didn't have whatever it took inside of her, or they changed the plan. And now it's back in our face. And then we're doing the fantasy because we need to rage bait, because she needs people to engage. What she doesn't understand is engagement online does not translate to seats and behinds in the arena. And that is where we're going to see
money in your bank account.
Exactly. That is where we're going to see a shift happening in the dynamic of this relationship. Because let's say the one thing that hasn't changed in this whole scenario, minus her mood swings and the cover stories and all these things, and seeing her do the fire sale in her home, is her partner. He stays the same selfish person. He shows up when it's time to put his hand out. He gets what he needs, and he continues on with his habit. And you see her, and you know that the habit exists because he shows us that the habit exists. He talks about, he posts things regarding the gambling, and you see her living a less and less luxurious lifestyle. I noticed that she's down to one Van Cleef. She's down to the white bracelet. I need her to come bring back the white and black one to prove me wrong. But a lot of things that are happening with her are just par for the course of not only what she's got going on, but she's also now living the life of a person who has an addiction. And that is where we're going to have real serious problems with your cousin, unfortunately.
Because she's addicted to the lifestyle now?
No,
Not
she's living
not to
with, no, she's
interrupt.
the enabler of an addict, a gambling addict.
Uh,
That's a
So
no-win
Sanji, were
situation.
you able to see the video?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes,
You
yes,
did. What
absolutely.
did you think about it?
I think that you were definitely dead on there as much as you can be, but there's also that we need to have a conversation, because what I think that the baseline diagnosis obviously trumps everything else you see going on with her, right? But what people don't consider is her emotional fragility. in my opinion, is just holding on by, this is going to be a dig, but it's really bad, at her frail edges. That's what she is. And the collapse of this shindig she's doing, because it looks like a setup, okay? And let me just say this. In boxing, 42 is grandma. It doesn't mean anybody thinks anybody at 42 is a grandma. It just means that at that age for the profession.
You understand what I mean?
Yes, it's that nobody thinks 42 is old, but in that profession, 42, yeah, you should be doing a money grab, and that's what you saw Tyson and other people they have done. They go back to Gap to get money, but by 42, you should be sitting down and you should be living off the good investments that you've made. But we don't even hear that. And I think that she wanted to do that. But when you have someone that says, your rent money is not my problem, I'm going to gamble, okay, and they post that proudly on their page, then she can't even pursue the things that she wants because she's more invested in being right than she is in being wealthy right now. And that's what we're seeing.
And the validation and the public
Absolutely.
validation that she's the baddest, that Pap loves her, that she's going to be married, and that, you know, she has a big butt. All of
But
those
I don't think
things.
she believes any of it. I don't
Me
think
neither.
she believes any of it.
Me neither.
I don't think she
Me
believes
neither.
one bit of it. I think on some level, it may be a very small whisper, but as she watches her accounts get depleted and she watches her lifestyle change, look how her lifestyle has changed considerably. Look at how isolated she is. Look how the people are disappearing. That's all by design.
Don't isolation automatically come with dating somebody that's older than you because they need to isolate you in order to do what they want to do?
No, because if he was, in my opinion, if he was a man living an upright life and he had his own, which was separate and apart than from carrying his partner's purse, which seems to be a habit of behavior, he would step out there and he'd be like, I'm a grown man, I'm gonna do what a grown man is doing, and it's gonna be what it is. But you would also see him push forward long before these couple of weeks because they're trying to sell a show to us. And when people were on top of her head and all these other kind of things, he would have came forward and said, it's my arm, and for whatever reason, I'm not getting it, and he getting it removed. Because we don't have to agree with him, but it would have came from the man. And the man saying, this is a part of my life, and my tattoos are indicative of the life I've lived. But then we would ask, okay, when are you going to get the next one? That's what I'm going to do in my own time. But we would have had a respect for it. There's a lack of respect and regard for this relationship because he doesn't lead as the man. The masculinity we get from this relationship comes from her. Yep. And so it is in direct contradiction to when she tries to put the dress on and be the femme, because nobody believes it, because she always has to jump into the role of the masculine, and he just stands there and takes.
So let me take it just for a second, because we've been trying to clear this up for a couple of days. Truth, your heart, blessings. This is not true. The home that she did not own was like a short-term rental, but that is not it. She absolutely owns it. I looked up the deed. She's on the deed. She has a $400,000 mortgage. She paid $600 some thousand for it, but her loan was about $400, which means, you know, she put down a substantial down payment. We do not have to lie on people in order to, you know, to report on them, right? That's a lie. She owns her house, and there's no shame, because I see a lot of people saying, oh, how do you have a mortgage when you're rich? It's smarter. It's smart to have a mortgage. Like, nobody.
Absolutely. She needs tax deductions. So
yeah, you need the deductions.
Well, yeah. You need to be able to it's a lot of shit.
But again, I think that her internal dialogue of what she tells herself about the lifestyle and the fantasy that she's created in her own mind supersedes anything else. It even supersedes, she sees it. There's nothing that we can tell her that she hasn't seen at least 3 times herself, and that she hasn't heard. Yet, again, we call it, in my profession, which is a really bad joke, but we call it the Whitney Houston syndrome. We really do. And we call it, you would rather be right in front, you rather be wrong and stand on your principle 10 toes than look at what's happening around you and save yourself. So she'd rather go down with the ship at this point, at this stage. She's willing to risk it all. Now, I
Well,
think that there's a gamble.
calling her
I
the
think,
Titanic then.
well, yeah, because here's where it falls apart. I think that this whole thing is a sham. Her boxing skills. This is nothing to take away from Kay, but let's just get real about Claressa. A lot of the belts she had were from vacant positions. Okay, so she got them. She didn't fight and bully her way and beat a whole bunch of people up to get those belts. So let's calm down with that. That is not a true narrative. Okay, doesn't take away anything away from her skills, but we're not going to say that she was out there doing the Mike Tyson thing and everybody that stepped in had one round and you went down. Didn't happen. I think that there is a sole purpose to this fight, and it is to get her the knockout that her internal dialogue needs. She needs to knock this woman out. And what I'm waiting to see is what happens if she doesn't.
Yeah, that's what's going to be very, very telling. And like you, I've always thought that most of the stuff she didn't believe that I feel like Claressa is more concerned with proving her point to what she considers her viewing audience. She wants us to believe in her relationship. She wants us to believe, in her body. She wants us to believe in this fairy tale that she's created surrounding her. It's kind of like, I don't know if you followed my other channel when I was covering Shirley Strawberry and her husband's mistress, but the mistress was always at odds with bloggers because we were finding out all the truth, the information. So she's literally stuck in a situation with a man that means her no good, that does not want her because she can't let us win. Claressa has put her ego and everything so deep on the table that she cannot let us win. She cannot let us win. So she's going to stay in that situation.
You're absolutely right, because her biggest opponent lives in her mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
And until she separates and decides that she would rather live a healthy life and a life that's in her best interest, irregardless of what it looks like to other people, she is going to continue to have this. But the loss is coming for her. Whether the loss is that this is a dismal show and they don't make the money and they actually end up owing, because that happens in boxing matches. And I don't know who is her advisor and they're not telling her these things. If she doesn't get the right sponsorships and all these other things, she can end up owing more than she makes. Now, Zeus, the way that they wrote it, they're going to make out like a fat cat. Absolutely. But her, not so much. And I don't know, given all the other stresses and everything else that she goes on, along with Remy's continual rise in the polls, which is eating at her more like acid, which is why she tries to convince us that she's the baddest and the beautiful and she doesn't need this. And I don't need makeup and I don't need this. And then the next day you see her with a bust down again. So which is it?
Right.
You understand? All these things are happening inside of her. And then if she hasn't fixed her alliance with who I think is her most significant support system, which is her sister, I think we're going to have real problems with her. Just my opinion.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I might help her. I really do want to help her, because I don't think, without getting into the actual diagnosis of things for her, she is not beyond help. And that's what I want her to understand if she's listening. This is not a dog out thing about you. It is not. It is a reality check. And yes, we can manifest and create our own reality, but that is within the realm of where we're living. And you have to look at the facts the way that they are. If you're choosing to be with a married man, then you're going to stand on that, because that's what he is. But then you've got to find another way in which to continue to be a personality that makes money and attracts people to you. Because right now, all she's doing is repelling people. Because you can't say my hubby as though that is a form of entitlement in a heightened position. So clearly you want it, while at the same time being disrespectful to the wives out here who earn that title every single day. Pick your poison, ma'am. That's all. And she's got to learn how to do that. And unfortunately, it's a learned abnormal behavior that she has, but it can be undone. It absolutely can. That's it. Thank you for having me, Shalita.
Thank you for coming up. Thank you for coming up.
I have So I have a patient waiting for me. So I've got to go. But you guys, it's been wonderful. Again, my condolences to you and your family. Nyla, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
allowing
No
me
problem.
to say that. And you were right on target. And let's talk, because there's some other things that I think for your next video you would really want to hammer, because you're there. And we're just going to talk about how you could say it without us both ending up in court. Love you.
Okay, love you too.
Take
Right.
care.
I always am
Bye.
trying to figure out how not to. I'm not diagnosing her.
Absolutely. But that's the way. We'll talk. Bye, everybody. Have
Yeah.
a good one.
All right. Thank you so much, Sandeep.
One
Shay Shay.
one thing
One
that she said that I 1000% agree with. Brianna Shields is Claressa Shields' #1 fan. And if you
Yes.
don't know who Brianna Shields is, it is Claressa's baby sister.
Yes.
You've
Yes.
always listen from the time, even before Claressa was even a boxer, Brianna always looked up to Claressa.
You can see it. You can clearly see that she is completely enamored with her.
When you say it hurts Brianna to the core when Claressa treat her this way, because Brianna just want to have that this my sister like type of bond with her sister without all the extracurricular just awkwardness that be coming, because Claressa is sociably awkward and she just feel like she can buy her way through stuff and don't have to listen to nobody, or I don't know what to be going on.
But no, the reason why she believes that is because what we're watching her do is live out how she believes people with money behave. So she's moving like she thinks. She's moving like her interpretation of rich behavior. That's her interpretation. So, and Shay Shay, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, can you speak on the psychology of her calling Pap hubby and the hashtag she used Papu's wife? Okay, so that is that premature possession thing. I went over that in depth in the last video, but that's literally just her trying to embody and psych herself out, seek validation about an outcome that she desires that she's not really in yet. And it's also trying to, it's in a large way, it's trying to get Papoose to kind of lean in a little bit more to her. That's all that whole situation. It's a premature possession. And the example that I used in the video was like, you know how people you're getting ready to move into a house or an apartment or whatever, and you show everybody the pictures. Because this could have happened to some people. You show everybody the pictures. You done picked out all the furniture. You like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this over here. And then you get to the closing table. You really believe this, even though you know for sure that it's not all, it's not set in stone or whatever. It's not true. Right. It is kind of like manifesting, but it's more like lying than manifesting.
So Gina, you're right. People with money do save money. But this one right here is what took the cake for me. Tara, you funny. She said it's funny when you click on that pound Papoose wife, you see nothing but photos of Remy Ma.
Well, because it's like it's facts. It's facts. It's really silly. It's really silly.
That makes it be like you really that slow. Because you really would hashtag that to send traffic directly to Remy, because that's all it's doing.
Right. Dewan Watkins says, how does this help Pap in court? It don't. This is not helping him. It's not helping him, because you got to think about it. If you've ever gone through divorce, one of the first things that you have to do is declare the finances, right? And you got to talk about, like, because remember,
Tommy got finances.
Clearly now he does through his girlfriend.
So I digress.
So the thing is, if she's saying Pap is paying all my bills, and Remy Ma has publicly stated that he's not done anything financially for the child, she's putting him at a disadvantage. She's literally fucking some stuff up for him, but she's too immature to realize it. Because like, this is what I need people to understand, because a lot of people come to the comment section saying, oh, y'all act like y'all ain't never seen a woman with a married man. Of course we have, but the difference is, and again, I'm not telling you it's a right way to be with somebody else's husband even when they're separated or whatever, but there is a way that you can have social decorum so that you're not out here just you just don't do that. It's a way that mature adults handle stuff, you know?
Right there, what she said. That's the way you do it.
Yeah, because like side chicks back in the day, y'all, you might have knew that Billy Bob was messing around with the bitch down the street, but that bitch was quiet. Okay, she was somewhere ducked off somewhere with her mouth shut until either the wife died or Mr. Billy finally got away or she left him or something like that. It's just it's just ignorant. Okay,
I got to tell him right now that every year at the family reunion he bring 5 girlfriends and he put them all at different parts of the man. It's crazy. None of them know each other, and we all know that they're his girlfriends, and they never end up crossing paths at the family reunion. How he's been able to keep this up for the last 10 years, and he be rotating these girls in and out, I have no idea, but he has mastered that, okay? But
wait a minute, and look, you know what the killing part is? He done mastered this all with so dick. Amen. Dr. Pat, thank you for the super chat. She said, I never seen a side whore to call that man her husband. Me neither. But like when I posted the advertisement for the video from yesterday, there are people in the comment section. Y'all didn't see people call their boyfriend their husband. Yeah, it's 17, baby. It's 17.
No, okay. Psychologically, calling someone hubby or wifey, that's like a sign of endurement with your significant other. Taking it to the step of saying that someone is your husband and then not being claimed as a wife, let alone even the endurement of wifey, is insane.
It's insane. And again, we've seen him have a wife. His wife didn't have to do that. Did we ever see, like, Remy had never had to, like, she might refer to him as hubby, or like even with my husband, I don't go around saying my man, my husband, my husband, my husband. No, I've never done that, right? But if I'm referring to him just in conversation, I might say my husband or whatever. Most of the time I just say the name that people know him by. But like Remy never had to seek validation for this relationship because he validated it. And that is how it's supposed to go. If the man ain't validating you first, you're fucking dumb to go and we talked about this, strategic ambiguity. Like, you can't allow a man to keep you a secret or have, as Clarissa would say, a private relationship. You're fucking dumb. Like, it's ridiculous. You don't do that.
That is an understatement. But we'll use that one. That would be a nice one. I had a different couple of ones in my head. You know.
You can go ahead. You go ahead. What you got?
They're not polite for the internet.
Oh, okay. I got it. So anyway, girl, those of you that did not see the video, I don't want to play it again because it's kind of disturbing. So you would have to catch it on the replay. It's within the first 20 minutes, I believe, of the stream. And did you have anything else you wanted to say, babe, or get into any other part of this?
It's just all sickening. It's all sickening, and it's sad. That's all it's just all of it's sickening and it's sad, and to just be bragging about stuff that don't even need to be bragged about and not really be. You want to know who's a real brag in the industry? Keke Palmer.
Okay, explain that.
Okay, so Keke Palmer's parents was working like multiple jobs trying to just make sure that she could stay in the schoolings that she needed to stay in and stay in acting, to the point to where her career was only going to take off if they packed up and moved to California. And they did that and risked and put everything on the line. And when they did that, because of that, Keke Palmer, all of her money is like, and I'm not saying this is what Claressa should have did or this is how it needed to have been operated, but Keke Palmer, all of her money that she has, she puts it into the family and they sit down as a family and discuss what needs to be handled and taken care of. And she pays all of her family bills for like her mom and her dad and her siblings, like going to school and stuff, because she said they all sacrificed so much that when she was like 9 years old, she was making way more money than her parents was.
Oh yeah, she was. I remember a friend of mine's daughter was Keke Palmer's backup when she was playing Addie in the American Girl play downtown
See,
Chicago.
then another one that I give salute to is the Wayans. A lot of people don't know the story of the Wayans. But one thing about it is, when one of them made it, they did not accept nothing without them being able to bring in their siblings to make sure everybody was gonna be secure. You get what I'm saying? It's so many examples of this throughout, and then we just have, even Beyonce put her sister in a position to be a singer.
Well, that's true. We haven't really seen, because I see Claressa's brother is struggling trying to be an influencer on social media, and even though he's hashtagging who he is, it's not really helping his social media presence or anything like that. So, but one thing I want you to do, because I think a lot of people get lost on how this all got started. How did you end up on Tasha K? How did you end up having this public fallout with Claressa?
Claressa did a live and was laughing and hee with Nigeria, and I don't know who else was in that, but I know for a fact I heard Nigeria, and they was talking about how I don't have none of my children and I birth children so I can sell them overseas. I was in Barbados when that happened. Guess who got hit at customs for like 8 hours? Me.
Okay, so that's how it started.
Yeah. Then she kept going live about me and mentioning me more and more. And I'm like, okay, you keep saying, and I woke up one day because nobody knew that I had restarted my page to that Shalita Savage page. My original Facebook page is a page called Win Win Win, and let me show y'all. I got locked out of it. Okay. It's this one right here. This is my original Facebook page. Okay. I had so many followers on this page at one point in time. You know what I'm saying? Ended up getting locked out of it. So I wasn't on Facebook or social media for probably like a year and a half. Then I came back with my Shalita Savage page. I had 100 followers. And Claressa mentioned me. I went to sleep, woke up. I had like 900 people on my page. I'm like, who's talking about me? People started inboxing me stuff and sending me stuff.
She brought y'all's whatever was going on in the family to the public. And so now we're here.
And I brung the monkeys and elephants. And then we got the monkeys.
Wait, you said she brought the zoo and you brought the monkeys and the elephants?
She pitched the tent on the internet, and I brought the monkeys and elephants.
I cannot.
Not joking. And once she puts that tent at is where we had get down where you mad at. Oh, okay.
Lord have mercy. Anyway, listen, y'all. Shalita's page is Shalita Remii Savage here on YouTube. Go over there and subscribe. She does story times. What else do you do on your channel?
Story times. Sometimes I just randomly go live and show y'all what I'm doing as far as like my health routine or like my skincare routine. It just be so random right now because I'm in the process of trying to relocate from one house to another house, so it just be all over the place. Because I'm trying to get my studio together, is what it is. And I know
Okay.
y'all keep telling me to do a podcast and all of that, but the timing is coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Coming. It's coming. It's
Okay.
coming. Give me some time
Okay.
because I got to transition from one house to another.
And where are you else? Where else are you on social media that everybody can find you at?
Oh, I'm on Instagram, Remii Savage. I'm on Facebook, Shalita Savage. I'm on YouTube, Shalita Remii Savage. I mainly be on YouTube, and sometimes I go on Facebook, but I got a backup Facebook page too though.
Okay,
Because
cool.
the time Claressa get mad at me, she send her little minions to it's the win Savage page. So I redid the win page, but I put Savage at the end of it. And you'll see a picture of my daddy at the top with a little, note in the window. And say,
Okay.
Emma, don't cry. I've been dead inside for a long time. Y'all don't care.
All
So
righty. So they are dropping the link in the chat. Y'all make sure y'all go and run it up. Let's get her to 5,000 subs this week. She's doing good. You've been up and running for a couple of months and you're doing good. So just keep at it. And we already talked about this. This situation cannot be your identity, which is why she is going to do other content on her channel. Because y'all gotta believe, like, she's funny as hell. Shalita is funny. So she definitely should be rocking on YouTube just like everybody else.
I just want to clear up one thing for y'all. Like, it's a lot of people that be like, with family like her, who needs enemies? I did not start this civil war. All I did was defend myself. I did what I could with what I had from where I was after being attacked. And if don't nobody else choose to do that, I'm sorry that y'all are weak and just let people walk all over you, okay? But see, I am a firm believer of if you start attacking me, my family, my religion, or anything pertaining to me, that you have declared war. And so, unless there is some form of a peace treaty where we just agree to just leave each other alone, Houston, we have a major problem. And then y'all be like, well, you went too far. I don't even feel like I've taken it far enough. And it's some things that she can tell you that I could have been did that would have been what y'all would have thought was a nuclear bomb. And I would have just thought I pinched the bitch.
This woman got Claressa's diary and has had it for some time. If she ain't came through with that, like, you should know it's not about what people are saying it's about, because baby, okay. But I agree with you there. It's like me. I try to be chill. I try to help everybody be cool. Let's be cool. Now when I notice you're on some bullshit, I'm gonna give you some distance. I'm not gonna bother you unless you bother me. That's why y'all see sometimes bitches catch strays in the chat. But I would prefer we all be cool, okay? But I'm not gonna sit up here and fake in front. I am not all love and light, okay? I'm not. I'm mostly love and light, but not all. All right. So, any last words before we get off here?
I'm just like you. I would just like to be left alone, because when I'm left alone with the llamas and butterflies, we are perfectly fine. It's when you come in and you disturb me from trying to look at this beautiful butterfly land on this ugly lima, but because I like limas because they spit on people when they feel some type of way, they're like my favorite animals just for that one reason. I be wanting to see the butterflies land on, and y'all be disturbing me. That's it.
Wow. Wow. So anyway, I want to say thank you for coming up, Shalita. I definitely appreciate you anytime. We will be checking out your channel looking for content, and you already know this ain't the last rodeo. Okay. I do have something special coming with Shalita as well. Okay. That don't have nothing to do with Clarence, by the way. All righty. See you later, Shalita.
Deuces.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Okay, and for the rest of you guys, I am working hard on. We keep kind of like missing each other with our schedules, but there is another young boxer that used to spar with and be in camps with both Claressa and Jada, the boxer. She will be on pretty soon because she also wants to clear up some things and have some conversation, and she can give us some insight on some of the stuff that's going on. So be looking for that. If you're not subscribed, I don't know what you're doing with your life, because I'm going to show up in your algorithm, Muffin. Okay. We in a relationship, whether you want to be in one or not. Okay. We go together real bad, and I will see you guys next time. Love y'all. Long time. Peace.
Turn me up, I like my money like I like my niggas green. Face card, never decline of what I mean. Act up and you gon' make me make a scene. Only time you hear my voice is when they play me on the screen. Got bad habits, I'm not the one you wanna keep. She a trap star, put that lady on a tree. Got her ass so shook, she shaking like an apple tree. Yeah, this life ain't meant for you, but baby girl, it's meant for me. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. What it do? This my boo, she from the south. We running man just like these bitches run they mouth. I got the juice, but they still claiming it's a drought. If I say I'm coming through, I'm about to flip the house. That boy crazy, say he tryna have my baby. Hold on, Slim Shady, just like Mariah, drive him crazy. Got him stressed, make him feel it in his chest. Ask him how it feel, just like a bullet with no vest. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me.